In the heart of Crown Heights, a Brooklyn neighborhood, an uncanny mystery unfolded. Imagine the tranquility of your home suddenly disrupted by a persistent, inexplicable noise, a low, resonating hum, seemingly emanating from beneath the very ground you walk on. A sound that creeps into your consciousness, filling your quiet moments with unease. For months, the residents of this tight-knit community grappled with the unsettling riddle of these noises. Their nights were punctuated by the rhythmic hum, their days filled with whispered speculations. The local authorities were alerted, investigations ensued, yet the source remained elusive. The neighborhood was draped in a cloak of suspicion, with every tremor, every echo, sending ripples of apprehension through the streets. Rumors circulated, theories were proposed, but the truth seemed as distant as the noise was close. An undercurrent of unease pulsed through the community as the mystery of the noises deepened. Little did they know the source of these noises was just beneath their feet. Unbeknownst to the residents, members of the Chabad-Lubavitch movement had been cultivating a secret beneath their synagogue. A secret that would soon cause a stir in the tranquil neighborhood of Crown Heights, Brooklyn. For nearly a year, an underground operation had been underway. A task demanding stealth, determination, and an unwavering sense of purpose. Members of the Chabad-Lubavitch movement had been orchestrating a clandestine mission. Their objective? To dig a tunnel underneath their synagogue. This was no ordinary tunnel. It was a subterranean passage, meticulously crafted, threading its way under the homes of unsuspecting residents. Its destination was a closed-down women's bathhouse around the corner. An old abandoned building that held the promise of expansion for the synagogue. A solution to a problem of space hidden beneath the surface. As the tunnel's existence remained unknown to the outside world, the diggers pressed on. Their tools echoed in the quiet hours, a symphony of persistence that would eventually raise suspicion. Yet, they continued, driven by their mission, inching their way closer to their goal, day by day, night by night. The tunnel was more than just a physical passage. It was a symbol, a testament to the determination of the Chabad-Lubavitch movement. It was their answer to a problem, a solution carved in the belly of the earth. An expansion plan that represented the growth of their community, the continuity of their traditions, and the resilience of their faith. But every secret has a way of coming to light. And when the tunnel was finally discovered last month, it was met with shock and disbelief. How could such an operation go undetected for so long? The revelation sent waves of confusion and concern through the community. The secret was out, and the consequences were about to unfold. The clandestine operation now exposed, the stage was set for conflict. The discovery of the tunnel, intended to solve a problem, had instead ignited a powder keg of tension. And as the dust settled, the residents of Crown Heights braced themselves for what was to come. Tensions boiled over as the authorities moved to fill in the illicit tunnel. A scene of chaos unfolded in the historic Brooklyn synagogue. A sacred place turned battleground as rebellion sparked amongst a group of Orthodox men. They were not going to stand by and watch the secret tunnel, dug with their own hands, filled in by police and construction crews. These young men, mostly in their teens and early 20s, were driven by a fierce defiance. They tore down wood panels and wooden support beams, their actions echoing through the Chabad-Lubavitch World Headquarters in Crown Heights. The raw energy of the riot was as palpable as the anger that fueled it. The synagogue's leader, Rabbi Yosef Brown, watched the destruction unfold with a heavy heart. He condemned the actions of these young men, aghast at their willingness to deface the very walls they worshipped within. They arrived ready to destroy and deface the holy walls, he said, the disbelief clear in his voice. The thought of such sacrilege occurring within the synagogue was, in his own words, mind-boggling. As the riot continued, the Hasidic men resorted to using a hammer to break through the synagogue's brick walls, a desperate attempt to prevent the closure of their secret passage. The police, faced with this unexpected resistance, had to hold back the men outside the century-old synagogue, a place of worship that had morphed into a scene of conflict. The struggle lasted for hours, the tension stretching out as the rioters clashed with the authorities. Finally, footage revealed officers leading the men out of the tunnel, their hands bound in cuffs. At least a dozen men were taken into custody that day. They faced charges ranging from criminal misdemeanors to obstructing governmental administration. One individual even received a summons for disorderly conduct. The clash between the rioters and the authorities marked a grim day for this historic Brooklyn synagogue. A place of peace and worship had been turned into a battleground, the echoes of the riot resonating long after the last man was led away. The aftermath of the riot was a bitter pill to swallow for the community. In the wake of the chaos, the police worked tirelessly to restore order. After several grueling hours, they finally regained control of the situation, leading to the arrest of a number of men believed to be involved in the disturbance. As the dust settled, the consequences became clear. At least a dozen men were taken into custody, their futures now uncertain. 10 were charged with criminal misdemeanor. One was accused of obstructing governmental administration, and another received a summons for disorderly conduct. The repercussions of their actions echoed through the community, leaving many to ponder the events that had unfolded. Beyond the immediate aftermath, the discovery of the tunnel and the subsequent riot brought to the fore an ongoing dispute over the ownership of the property. The question of who legally owns the historic Brooklyn Synagogue and the abandoned women's bathhouse around the corner has been a point of contention for some time. In a statement following the altercation, Rabbi Mati Seligson of the Chabad-Lubavitch movement addressed this issue. He noted that the movement has been attempting to gain proper control of the premises through the New York State court system. This subsequent legal battle promises to be a lengthy process, with no clear resolution in sight. The events that transpired at the Chabad-Lubavitch World Headquarters in Crown Heights have left a lasting impression on the community. The violence that marred the historic synagogue was a stark contrast to the peaceful religious practice it is known for. And the secret tunnel, once a symbol of ambition and determination, now serves as a reminder of the divisions within the community. A community left in turmoil, a historic synagogue marred by violence, and a legal battle still to be resolved. The discovery of the tunnel had far-reaching implications.